When you change your thoughts, you change your life. Let me say it again. When you change your thoughts, you change your life. Last year, I was in one of the darkest seasons of my life. I was in an extremely toxic relationship with a man that I loved deeply. We had been on and off for years. I wanted so badly for us to work. I tried to get him to stop drinking. I tried to get him to stop smoking. I tried to get him into therapy. My clinical brain could see the problem. I knew that his hurt was pouring over and turning into anger and pain toward me. But eventually, I had to face the truth. I couldn't fix him. I couldn't take another black eye, another busted lip. I got tired of my pH being thrown off from all the women he was cheating with. He didn't even have standards anymore, and he was playing with both of our lives. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize the person looking back at me. I numbed the pain through alcohol. It became my escape. It was the only way that I could quiet the chaos in my mind. I was drinking all the time. I was going to the club every weekend. I was trying to drown the pain with the loud music and laughter. For a few hours, I could pretend that I was okay, but I wasn't. And each sip just delayed the pain, but it never erased it. The more I drank, the more disconnected I became from myself. And I could have given up. I could have laid in bed and let depression and anxiety win. I knew that if I didn't change my thoughts, I was going to lose myself completely. So the first thing I did was get sober. I haven't had a drink in 309 days. That was the first step in reclaiming my power and clearing my mind. I got into therapy. I started moving my body. I exercised at least 5 times a week. The endorphins began to heal my body from the inside out. I started journaling and I turned those journal entries into my book. Then I began to record myself. I talked about my journey and I started posting those videos online. People started to connect to my story, and I've gained nearly 17,000 followers on TikTok. This week, I've shipped my book to Chicago, Arkansas, Minnesota, Kansas. I'm thankful for every person who's ordered it, who's read it, who's shared it. Since sharing my story, I've had conversations on the phone with complete strangers. I've talked to women in my inbox who are still in their darkest season. I make sure I respond to every single message because I know how heavy that season can feel. I know what it's like to feel like you can't talk to anyone, to feel like people will judge you if they really knew what you were going through. There were times that I couldn't even go around my family because I was so bruised and swollen, and I knew that they would talk about me. And even some of my friends turned away, so I carried that pain in silence for a long time. That's why now I make sure that every woman who reaches out to me feels seen, heard, and supported, because I know what it's like to carry that weight alone. But here's what happened when I changed my thoughts. I built self-respect, I gained emotional clarity, and I developed unshakable boundaries. Now I walk differently, I speak differently, I love differently. I don't chase peace anymore, I embody it. I no longer settle for potential anymore, I honor alignment. I've learned that peace is proof of healing. So no matter what you're going through, no matter how heavy this season feels, remember that the only thing standing between you and a better tomorrow is you and your thoughts. When you change your thoughts, you change your life. Grab your copy of my book, What Didn't Break Me, From Pain to Purpose. It's available now. Let's heal out loud together.